know in the next couple weeks which one to get.
The next couple of days,
Okay.
which one to get, because we need to order them and have them shipped to us. Right. And then, so literature goes with writing. Just pretend like it says writing/literature. And so literature, we are going to read some books. And so the reading books is what? Sorry, let's go back. K to 8. Reading books is going to be the diving point off for the I3 learning. So for writing and literature for K to 8, they're going to do their writing, and then the week that's the I3 learning, that's their book report week. And so that'll be their I3 learning that week. The book report is going to be different things. It's not just going to be a book report. I just say book report. There's a lot of things to do with a book. And so those books are going to be coming. I'm sure the writing choice is going to be before the books, but the books are coming. So we have the book list. We just need to plug them in and give them to you. So we'll work on that.
They don't get to choose what they're reading, or they have a choice of a few books?
So they're going to have a choice of a few books. We're going to have a list, and then we're going to have books if people have already read certain books. And maybe we'll get back to it on the reading. Is maybe we put the book list out there, and you guys, if anybody has read that book, put a check by it, and because we're going to have a couple backup choices for kids who haven't read that book or who have already read that book. But we would really like to tie in literature with writing. Just doing it. Okay.
And so they would read a new book every 3 weeks.
A new book every 3 weeks. And hopefully read it in the 2 weeks and then do the book report or activity that third week.
Depending on the length of the book, right?
Depending on the length of the book. And then high school is also going to have a reading book, and we're working on literature analysis class. We just don't want to totally bury the high school kids, because if we added a whole credit of reading, some of the high school kids would be taking 8 credits. That's a huge load, especially with the serving and the field trips. So we're just working on making those work, combining them. Shirley has been working on that. Yeah.
So I had this question too regarding literature, because Elijah's going to be taking that college class for writing, but I don't know that there's any books, literature involved in that class. So I was thinking I would like for him to potentially read the same books that the kids here are reading, even if he's not part of that writing section or whatever. So
that's good.
And that book list will come out as part of kind of the syllabus, or?
Yes. Well, or before, because it needs to be part of the curriculum. So that, because hopefully a lot of books you can get at the library or I don't know, wherever. So, yeah, that would be our next thing that we work on.
And those things will all come out in a band. We'll see all of these things that are coming on.
I don't know how much will be on band versus the website or emails.
Okay. I'll probably have a lot on the website as well, just for easeability. But.
So the book list will be on the website, but then we'll also email it so that everybody has it as soon as we have it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then electives. Are we good with writing and reading? Okay. Electives be totally different because you're not introducing da-da-da-da-da. And so drama, we got a great drama teacher. We're going to be doing a play. And they're just going to come and learn. And then our goal is at the fall break, I think it's like December 7 is family night, that they'll be able to perform the play. And then Pam, the awesome dance teacher, there's going to be some dancing in that play. So
do you want me to just talk about dance and drama just a little bit?
Hmm?
You want me to talk about it just for a second?
And just 1 second.
Okay.
And then there's the manners and etiquette that is going to be taught by who? Jenny and Sari, you two. And so same thing, there won't be so much homework in that as much as a class, right? Or that's going to be the one that's going to be the I3 learning. And so they'll have projects and stuff. That'll be assigned as we go. Okay, you want to do? I think I'm done with how to teach a class. So I'll let Pam.
Do you want to mention on science the notebooks for the different ages for people that might not have bought books yet?
Yeah, I don't have the. So the high school.
For the little kids.
Yeah. So the high school, you know that you need to get the student notebook to go with the marine biology book. If you have a middle schooler and you're buying physical science, don't buy any student notebook. This is all they need because we're working with the questions out of the book. Because of the I3 learning, we just don't have time to do the student notebook. The Exploring Creation, it's a little book we were going to do 5th and 6th grade are going to do the regular student notebook, order the regular student notebook. And then K to 4th grade is going to order the junior notebook. And that is on the curriculum list as well, but just to clarify. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yes, Hillary.
Do we need to, for marine biology, and maybe you're teaching it, right?
I am.
Okay.
I found out today.
Do we,
We're so excited.
So I don't know anything.
Okay.
No. Go
Well,
ahead.
do we order the answer key and the tests and all that too?
I think so. I mean, if you're planning to test, are we testing them in class?
Where
or
are they?
home?
Are they being tested at home?
I would think that we could copy those even if they're being tested at home.
Okay.
Don't you think?
We'd have to order.
Because we're not doing tests all the time. We're just going to do them like periodically.
Okay.
I don't know.
So,
Because there's a
ish. Yeah.
So I do have them.
So we don't
Even for
want-
high school, we're not doing tests all the time?
after
Like
each
every
module.
I think I pushed
I'm
more
kind of
surface.
we should test it every
Once a
time.
month or every
If you care about the grade, then care about it. If you don't, then
Because
don't.
I mean, we
Every
have to
module.
put it on their
Yeah,
transcript.
I
We have to
think
give them.
so.
I think for high school, you
We have to
High
give them a grade.
school. Do you want high school to test every week? Have a test every week?
After every module.
After
Every module.
After
Yeah, I
every
think
module,
that's how
there
the
is
syllabus is written.
there's
I
a
would think
test.
I would want to do that.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
I think we should.
Who does it though?
At
At
home.
home or here?
I say at home.
I do too. I think that's
Because do you want to use your time
To test.
Probably not.
Yeah.
in
Right.
class?
Because we want to do hands-on stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Really won't
Right.
time.
But
Can we do,
how
like,
much
open
hands-on
book
stuff is
tests?
there gonna be with dolphins? I just don't know how much.
Well, I'll let you
Lots.
look.
Yeah, there is.
There's a
Yeah.
ton.
Okay,
Fun
well then
stuff.
I would say
Yeah.
test at home.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we need to order
So-
tests and the
And
answer
answer.
key
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it comes in like a pack of 3, the student book, the textbook, and the
Oh, it comes together?
It does. You can buy it that way, I think.
We should update that on the curriculum list then, because I think
I
it's
have it
just this.
separately.
I
In
think
my
that's all I
report
got.
right now, there are different things,
Yeah.
but it comes in a packet. I don't think I even saw the tests and the solutions.
and then
Yeah, it comes in a pack.
So maybe.
So we
it's
don't need the
optional.
solution at home, we just need the test packet, and then the teacher can, then you can grade the tests.
How many kids are there?
Like 13? It's a lot.
Yeah, I can grade them.
You can grade them.
you're
I
gonna
can grade 'em.
you're gonna grade.
If you want me to, I don't want to.
Are you gonna grade the study guide too? Or
I'll
grading
definitely
that?
check to make sure it's done.
So
So
we grade.
I would just probably
so-
do a completion at that's
Okay.
what I'm thinking off the top of my head. I would check to make
I
sure it's
realized
done.
you just-
And
I'm just
then-
trying to figure out what do we need to order.
I mean, a test at home. I mean, I don't know if you've got the solutions. If it comes with the test, then you could grade it too, right?
yeah,
And
we
you
can.
might
I
be a
mean,
little more.
that's
lenient.
a lot.
I am.
Right.
You
There's
can go
something
over the
about,
corrections and, tell them what they missed so they actually are learning, right?
yeah, that Canvas thing now is shut down. Exactly.
So we can order.
It would be good. To,
Jennifer, back to
we should.
the,
Do you know how much is it?
K through 6th grade the anatomy, getting a junior notebook and the notebook. Kindergartners need a junior notebook too.
If you want them to,
Oh, the
it's like
study
coloring and stuff.
solutions.
If you're like, that's not for us, and you just want them to sit and listen,
Or you can buy just one and make copies.
Yeah.
That's what I've done in the past.
So I think that we should make a decision about what marine biology requires and make sure it's on that curriculum list if we want
Yeah.
them to order.
I think so. I
So,
think the student,
test.
then the
Yeah,
test,
I'll add that, the test.
and
Well,
then
she's
do.
saying there's a solutions for the test and there's a solutions for the study
No,
guide.
it's all in the same book though.
Oh,
It's
it
in
is?
yeah. The tests, blank tests,
I'm looking it up.
solutions to study guide, and solutions to the tests
Mm-hmm.
are all in one book.
And so does each family need the solution guide as well, or do we want, I don't know,
Doesn't it all come as one?
If you ordered the test, I think it comes with
it all
Yeah.
comes, okay. But there's
Yeah.
something about turning papers in and having the teacher grade them versus your mom at home and now
Maybe
fix
just
this
the
and I'll do
finals,
that.
like maybe a cumulative test gets graded, done
They
at
do have
school.
the quarter tests.
Quarterly.
Oh yeah, it's about a $30 difference to get the tests and the solutions.
But you only have to buy one. You only have to buy one per family of that.
If you make copies.
Because you just make copies of the test.
Well, the thing is too, if I'm going to grade like the student notebook, I'm not going to be able to keep it because you would need it for the next week.
Yeah, you can't grade all those in
And
one.
I can't do it during. Well, I might actually.
Yeah,
You
you
have
have
to
an
open it up
Oh,
and
maybe
just
get
walk
it
through
over.
and kind of look to see.
There's
They've
like
done
30
it.
questions on study guides.
It's gonna be a
You know what?
They're
But I have the first 30 minutes free, so they could turn them into me.
Yep, when they
They
first
could-
get there,
when they
hand them
first
to
get
you.
Here, they can hand them to me,
Mhm.
and I could spend that 30 minutes, like spending a little bit of time actually looking at their work and providing
Yeah.
some feedback, and then, so then if you feel comfortable with that amount of what, you know, but then I don't know if you still need the tests. If you still need the tests regardless at home, then
because I think the study guide is part of the grade.
I
The
agree.
grade that we have to give at home.
I agree.
Study guide, lab, the tests, participation, all that is part of the grades.
So then let's
What?
add that in. And then.
So what's the study guide outside beside like compared to the notebook? What's the study guide?
It
the
is
study
the
guide is
notebook.
probably in the
Oh,
notebook.
okay. Okay.
It is the
But the
notebook.
solutions
Okay.
are for, a separate in
Oh, I see.
The
so
solutions
the parents have
are
the
the
answers to
solutions
the
for the tests
study guide.
and
And
the
study guide.
notebooks. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And you're saying you're going to check all that, or you want to like that's just a lot
Unless
of
we're
work
trying
one
to
person.
figure out.
Right.
What I can probably help you look those over.
Well, but I have. Oh no, that starts it.
I'll go ahead and just add a solutions manual.
Just potentially for now.
Right,
then let
and
me
test.
I,
Is that what
I
it's
haven't
called?
An
looked at
answer key.
anything, so I
Right.
have a hard time saying what I think.
You're more than welcome to take mine home with you
Yeah.
because I won't need them for another month if you want to look.
Well, and even if I graded them after class, I could do it during. I've got this whole hour, so I've got time off where I could do it, and I could use that time. So I think that's potentially okay. And I'm looking at the same thing, so I know what I'm looking
Right.
for. You know,
So you want to do tests at home?
I
Parents
still
do.
think that we should do tests at home.
Parents do the tests.
But do they have
you
to
look at
buy
study
the
guide.
$30 thing for tests? Can we copy it, or is that a copyright deal?
We have to ask them. I don't know.
Could you hold this for just a moment? Just register your name
Okay.
there.
I'll look at it.
Look
And
at
will
it
I
and
get
let
a
us know.
roster for like my class, so I'll
Yes.
know who I can talk to about.
Yes. And they should all
And
be, and they
contact.
will, in theory, all be on band.
Right.
And I don't know, I'm okay with like the phone numbers and emails too,
Yes.
especially for the high school, like a
So
big
I'll
group.
order everything. So I'll have everything, and then. But I know you guys need to order your stuff.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later.
Well, and it's good for parents to have the solutions to study guides because kids
I
get
would say
stuck.
if you're
Apology
okay
is tough.
buying it, I would
Apology is
buy
tough.
it.
And kids get
If you're
stuck
okay
on the study
buying it, I
guide.
would buy it. But if you just can't do that, we can probably make it work to where you don't need to buy it.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay. Okay. Now, hold on. Let me just make sure that I'm good.
So while you're looking at that, I'll just
Your
talk a
talk.
little bit about drama and dance. So, I guess I kind of just need to get an idea of who. So drama and dance is one class, but the plan is to have a play and then interject dance into that play. So the end performance around Christmas time will be the play with dance in there, and then even if your kid has musical talents or abilities or some other sort of talent that they would like to put in that, then for entertainment wise, I think it would be just more fun to have lots of different things within it. So those things, if your kid is interested, wants to add something to it, like Lauren probably add in a string performance in, then that would not be within the class. That would be something she would practice at home and then just perform it on that day. But I guess what I need to know is if your kid, like how many kids would be interested in drama, how many kids would be interested in dance. Because if I only have like 3 kids interested in drama, then we'll have to switch how we want, how we want to do it. So.
What if I created a Sign Up Genius and sent it out in the next day or two and let families talk to their kids and sit there and fill that out, and then we'll have the list.
So that
just
would
know
be
that's
great.
coming.
And maybe for the other things that they get to choose.
Yeah.
Did I press something?
The class choices.
And
It's okay. It can stay right there. That's what we're doing next.
This is all kids, all grades, or just the 7th through 12th?
All grades. So the first period at the end of after lunch is kindergarten through 6th, and they're going to either do dance. No, they have to do dance and drama.
So
And
one of
then
those, dance
the
or
last
drama.
period, you get to choose the
7 to 12.
7 through 12 get to choose from manners, art, dance, and drama.
No,
or
not
drama.
art. Not art.
Not art.
The
Say
older
art and
kids
art.
dance or drama or
Oh,
manners, etiquette, and dating.
That's right. So anyway, there's like 3 options there, and Robin and I just need to know so that we can, make something that's going to work for that.
So that would be a soon to know kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
so
that
if-
then Pam and I can plan. Because
But
it may
then
be
you
a
might-
dance with some drama added in. Or
Right.
drama with some dance added in.
Right, yeah, exactly. And then you could also add on there the manners and etiquette, with the art and culture.
So
Because
on
those are choices.
the calendar is December 7th when it says fall program celebration. Is that when
So
this
that
would
one-
happen?
That is
Yes.
when this would happen.
Okay. And is there other things or just that?
There'll be like an art display probably from
Right.
the
So,
K
because
to 6.
in the meantime, they're doing art and culture, so then they'll probably display either parts of the stuff that they do or maybe all of it. I'm not sure. Whatever Jen Ben decides is appropriate for that, but a time for our friends and family to come see and celebrate with us and see what we're doing.
Do you
Go ahead.
in the evening?
I'm not sure yet.
Yes, it will be in the meeting.
Okay, yes. We are sure.
For sure.
I mean, it kind of has to be for dads.
Right. Do you have an idea of what kind of dance it would be? So that would influence probably my kids' decisions also.
So probably either jazz or hip hop.
You're not going to do some.
No ballet. What?
But I can't think of the actual name of it.
Contemporary?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I'm teasing.
But I was also kind of thinking of props, like, I thought I was doing fine. So one of the ideas was maybe doing Robin Hood. And so I was thinking props, like I was just imagining the littles, like doing a dance with those little horses, the stick with the horse head on and doing like some stomp type stuff, so percussion and visual and like, I want it to be entertaining, like, so it's, I don't know. I can't say exactly what I'm going to do, but, something entertaining.
Okay, real quick. So now we're moving on to syllabus if everybody's good. Okay, so as we get to syllabus, turn your calendar over on the back. And so just to review, because there's going to be a sign-up genius for this too, because there's a lot coming up. The blue box and the purple box, we've got the service days and we have the field trip. So every other week, we're going to be doing something, probably on the Fridays, but we have it marked. Unless like something happens and whoever we're serving needs us on Thursday instead of Friday. But right now we're shooting for everything on that Friday. But so the syllabus is going to reflect these. So these dates are going to be in the syllabus. And I'm going to have a sign up genius so you can sign up so that you're reminded, hey, we've got this thing coming up. Because this is a lot. I mean, that I've lightly touched on the service days and the field trips, but it's a lot. So just wanted to do that. Okay, this is this is a sample of the syllabus. This is
What will we be signing up for? Just that we're going? To
that
the
you're
service
going,
days?
and then for Sign Up Genius, once you sign up, then 2 days before it reminds you. And so that's just nice because, like me, if I'm not being told like a reminder, then it just doesn't happen, right? So I'm just happily home spinning my TV when I should be somewhere. Okay. No, this is
It's a miracle that I'm here today.
Alright, so this is the syllabus of the sample guide. This is week 3 of middle school. So there'll be a primary syllabus, there'll be a middle school syllabus, and there'll be a high school syllabus. So this is just, and then every week, so the syllabus is going to be 27 pages long because there's 27 weeks in the whole year for each one. So this is the middle school third week. Just thought I would take it, not the very first week, to go over it. And so at the top it has that, then it has what week, it has the date, and then this one happens to have, there's a service project going on. So the service projects and field trips are going to be built into the syllabus. So this is the service project is going to be the first responders this week. And then, so then here's the Bible, and it lays it out, and it even lays it out for class. All right, here's what we're doing in class. We're finishing lesson 2. And then here's what I'm doing in the week. On Tuesday, I'm doing this. On Wednesday, I'm doing that. On Thursday, I'm doing that. And Friday, we don't have any schoolwork because we're going to go and serve the first responders. And then writing, you'll notice, is blank. Well, that's because it's a book report. So you're going to be handed an assignment for whatever book it is being has been read, and then they're going to work on that throughout the week of getting that ready for it. And then history, the same thing. And then here is the history maps. History has the maps, and it tells what countries we're learning about there. And then science, you'll notice, okay, I've got in class is an I3 presentation. So the science teachers know, okay, they're presenting their stuff this week. I'm probably not going to have time for an experiment this week because of all the presentations. But I'm going to introduce Module 3. And then here it is. And then at the bottom, if you're like at the library and you're like, hey, what book should we get? There's just book basket, which just means this is the topics that we're learning about in science and history. Broad. And then math and grammar check we have not talked about. So math and grammar is, I'm not sure because we were on the website and it was saying complete grammar. I don't know. So we were going to have a math and a grammar check because when my kids are doing work, we are going to prioritize this, and sometimes math gets the boot, and sometimes math doesn't get done. And at the end of the year, you're like, holy cow, we did a half a year of math. What just happened? So that's bad. We don't want that. And so you're going to have a math and a grammar check. So we are not covering math at Ascend, but you're going to come in with a checklist that your kid has done. Or they're going to come in like I did lessons 1 to 4 this week, and the parent's going to initial it, and then the checker can check it. And so we are keeping everybody on track with math, so at the end of the year, we'll have done math.
What class does that get checked in?
Probably handed in at the beginning of the day, and we have math and grammar checkers. We talked about putting...
Yes.
And the grammar
Sorry, that's actually not on the calendar.
Just not a grading. Just check you've done your grammar lessons. So it's just an honor system, but
Accountability.
An accountability. So
and
that
it's volunteer. You don't have to do it, right?
You don't have to do it if you're like, I am taking a year off of math. Yeah, if you feel like you need it, it is there for you.
If you feel like you could take a year off of math, you don't need to check your math.
You just take a year off. So that you are going to get these. We're working on it, but we have to add a couple more things.
These are amazing.
On all 3.
This is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's
going to be
work.
so.
You guys have done so much work.
We have worked a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for acknowledging.
For acknowledging and being here.
Amy, you're the 1 to 8 math checker. Sorry, go ahead. And so just whenever you get a chance that you can do that during your day. Maybe in the morning everybody just drops off theirs. And then who is the 7 to 12? Hillary. You're the 7 to 12 math and grammar checker.
So maybe we can get is 2 big baskets somewhere in the hallway or something, and just have the sign, and the kids can come in and they just know to put their notebooks in there, and then that gives you guys during the day, and then they can come back and get them.
Can they just bring a note from their mom saying they did these lessons?
So I think what we're going to do is come up with a form that has the weeks and the lessons and the parent initials and the check. And so you don't have to bring in your math book. You're just going to go, we did it, here you are, and then there's a piece of paper and you check.
Can I, since we're talking about math a little bit, can I just let everybody know that if your kids need help with math, or you guys really just struggle with math, I'd love to help or just be available if you have specific questions. Like I love math, and so I don't get to teach it here because we don't do math, but
like during lunch or things, probably maybe up till definitely algebra 2, but pre-cal maybe. But I'd have to have some time maybe on pre-cal. Just wanted to let people know that I can help with that if they need it.
I love it.
Now we have a math checker and a math helper.
Yes. No, I wish we could have a math class.
That stuff too. Shirley likes that stuff too.
You're math too? You were writing.
Check out the
I am
big brains on our people.
Pro math.
There's a lot of anti-writers in here, but I'm so excited about this writing program. As we laid out it's not on here, but as we laid out the syllabus, there's like a small video segment to watch, like every day that teaches you how to do it. It should just be like, hold your hand and do it. It should be just really great.
So I was actually going to ask about that when we did the writing because we had to get the DVDs. So we're going to be looking at those
every day.
Okay.
Like every day there is a segment to watch.
Okay.
So, which is so great for those who
Because it keeps
don't
you busy.
necessarily know how to do writing or teach it. It's doing it for
Is
you.
it like
Right.
10 minutes, 20 minutes each lesson?
Yeah, not more than
Sure.
20 minutes at all. The first, for high school, the first 8 lessons were sentences, and we combined it into 1 week, and if you watch all 8 of them, it's less than 45 minutes. So you could do that in a day, and then I want all the kids to come in with 1 sentence from each category for that.
Yeah, there is going to be, as soon as you get the syllabus, there's going to be a couple things for high schoolers to have to do a little bit of school before the first week of Ascend. So when you come in, you're ready to teach the class. It'll make the class much better than to just come in cold turkey. And I think maybe possibly middle school history might just have to read just a little second to make that I3 learning work. So there's just a little tiny bit. All right, I'm done. If anybody else doesn't have any questions, then I'm good. Yeah.
I don't know if this question fits into this section, but my junior is taking English 121 at Front Range, so
Okay.
she does not need the writing. But she'll be here because those classes are Tuesday, Thursday. So can she have a study hall?
So there are 3 choices she can have. 3 choices. She can have a study hall, but then you would just need to be supervising her. You would be responsible for her. Just because if Ascend grows as it grows and we have more and more kids doing CEC, potentially we've got 10 kids wandering the halls. We don't want that. So we're just keeping that down in check. She could totally fall into, if she is like, hey, I really want to be a helper or I really want to work in the nursery, we could totally plug her in. Whatever it is, we would just have a schedule with it. Anybody else?
Was that 3 options or 2?
That was 2, but did we come up with a third? I feel like there was a third option.
Third option. Oh, should they leave? We just need to know their schedule.
There was one more option where that kid could volunteer in one of the younger.
That's what I already said.
Oh, you said that.
Volunteer in a study hall.
And then leaving.
And then
I think off campus was the third
No,
one.
off
If they were gone at their college.
Oh, no.
Need to let us know.
And so as far as anybody leaving, we have Charity leaving, and
He won't leave. He'll just be hanging out during writing.
so we'll have 2 kids hanging out during writing. 3 kids hanging out during writing. And so if they don't, none of them want to do a nursery?
I was going to say, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks in the springtime. Of course, you guys probably don't know the spring schedules for your kids. But if they don't need writing in the spring, Shirley is the fill-in, but she teaches during my part of my classes. So can they help with, part of it cuts into the...
Right.
Well, or like I could take your class and Elijah could take my spot in the nursery. You know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What if an on-campus third option could be? So they have their own study hall, but what if, as a group, they decide to come up with their own thing? Whether they're planning a mission, a service, they're doing a Bible study, they're doing a book club. They
That's a
could
good idea.
connect somehow if they wanted to. If
They could. Well, and if they're all doing writing, they could sit and do writing.
Do their stuff.
And
They're
just
going
do
to have plenty of
Yeah, I was gonna
Work
say
to do.
So if we've got 3 kids, we just need to make sure that we have a room for those 3 kids to sit and write. Okay.
Alicia's 10 or 11.
We good? Yeah.
And as far as electives,
Uh-huh.
so are these just semester electives? They'll change.
And so the manners and etiquette is just for the semester. The life skills is a super great class. I'm super excited about life skills. It's a year-long class.
That's a year long.
It is. And so it is 4 weeks of the decision making, 4 weeks of Krav Maga, and then 4 weeks of cooking and baking for the spring or the fall semester.
Okay.
And then in the spring is
Car and bike maintenance.
car and bike maintenance,
Health and nutrition.
and farm.
Farming.
Yeah,
Farm to
Deanne's
table.
husband is going to be doing a cool farm. Very educational class. So there'll be 4 week segments, and then that's where their I3 learning will come. So they'll be doing something to really learn what they're showing up to do.
Nutrition can be super, super friendly.
It is so friendly. Why?
I
does that mean?
have concerns about health in public school.
Yes.
So,
Oh, we're not
You're talking
like
more like diet.
yeah,
And
We're
no,
not.
you said
Yeah,
health, so health
that's
implies.
true.
the birds and the bees.
I mean,
we are
when
not
they say
going to
health
talk
when I'm
about
at a charter
that.
school, I like get
That's
like,
true.
not that I would have
I
to
didn't even
care
think of that.
because hopefully it would be presented in a way that I would agree with.
I was thinking food, health, and
Right,
nutrition
right.
food.
That's not what they say.
I know.
You're right.
Okay, nutrition.
That's fine.
Yes, please.
Ask him the
Forget the health, just
Just
nutrition.
nutrition. No health, just nutrition. No bird and bee talk.
Have
Unless
like a
somebody
sixth
wants
grade.
to
We
do
do
that.
sixth grade health.
Healthy nutrition.
We'll do 6th grade.
Healthy nutrition.
That's
Girls
funny.
over here, boys over here.
Yes. No, it's going to be the healthy nutrition class.
Okay.
Just health nutrition. So again, for high school and the grades and everything, is that all up to the parents? The semester
Yes.
grades, final
Yes,
grades?
yes, it is. And so let's just say you're turning in your science stuff, and they're getting C's, but you're like, no, my kid got an A. I mean, whatever you
You
decide.
God, okay?
Or she is saying
There's a curve.
she gives them
We're gonna
A,
curve.
right? She gives an A, and you're like, no, she only did a C. Or if Shirley's
they are
graded a
gonna get
paper,
Teachers are going to get grades.
If I grade the tests, I mean,
There's
well,
gonna
that's
have
a lot to keep up with. Yeah, probably not.
Isn't it just
Tell
the
what
numbers
students
on
are
your?
wrong and maybe not actually
I
put
would
a
say
number
I
on
might
it.
grade it, but I'm not going to keep a log of all their
there you go.
grades.
Right.
Okay.
That's
Right.
for the parents.
Yeah.
Okay, so it might have a number on a page, but it's up to you to record that and keep up with it.
I think it's fair.
If it's
That's
an
right, when you
89,
do
you
that.
get a pick. Is that an A, B, or a C?
And you can always encourage them to, like, just getting their homework done, do something fun at the end of the year. We've done stuff, like, especially for high schoolers, just because, they're on their own more and it's hard for them maybe to be accountable, having, study groups or, what group did the most of all their work, really getting all their work done. They get a special reward at the end or something, just to kind of some motivation.
She has awesome things planned for marine biology, so I'm excited.
It's going to be really cool.
Jen's going to be talking about that at the end.
I'm not-
So I just didn't even talk about that. It just seems,
Although feel free
save something for you if you're busy. Anything else for me?
Would a question about the schedule apply to you?
Sure.
So we start school on the 27th,
Yep, August
and
27th.
then we have a pool day on the 28th.
Yes, we do.
So do we have like schoolwork to do?
No, we don't.
Oh, so we're just gonna get to know each other and then we take a break for a week.
No. We go to school on the 27th. We get to go swimming on the 28th, and then you have homework. You have school the 29th and the
Okay.
30th and 31st.
It's going to be
Okay.
like our field trip that week.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just
Welcome
that
to
day
school.
off. It
This
is
is what we're
not
doing.
like.
Okay.
But the following
No.
Monday, though, is off also.
And then the
for
Yeah.
following Monday is off because that's Labor Day, and there's no assignment. So on the schedule, Jenny caught it because I put school on it. On the next week or the week before, week 2, instead of class, it'll be Monday and it'll be Labor Day, and there'll be no homework. 'Cause if
For the
you-
whole week.
No, just
Just
for
Monday.
that day.
So we will have assignments.
Absolutely, you're gonna
Okay.
have
And you
assignments.
can work through that day, just we won't be showing up here.
Okay.
You can work through that day. You can spread it out, but you'll only be assigned the 4 days of work, not 5.
Okay.
And additionally, if I can interject, the 4-day schedule won't apply to many of you because you have programs that you guys are doing. So you'll have to adapt that on your
Oh.
end for
But we really have lots of breaks. So lots of time off.
You can work through those times off.
Yeah, that's what it
Absolutely. Especially with math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's great opportunities for more of the I3 stuff too.
For I3 and just homeschooling, because we're just really loving on our kids too.
I don't think we'll be lacking of work.
No.
Okay, Sarah's up.
All right.
Do I need to sit there and hold a button?
Would somebody just put
I
their
can.
finger right on this thing? Because I think that that's how I'm getting lost. Or Jen, if you want to do it, because whatever. You need to. So if you don't mind, I'm going to pass this around. This is Mondays. I know I'll be gone. If you don't know right now, you can pass it. But if you know the dates you'll be gone, if they're on your schedule on your phone, just circle the ones you'll be gone.
Just the ones that we're having.
If you know your vacation
Yes, just
for the Mondays, the dates are all here. You can circle the ones that you'll be gone that you know of today.
Like even over Christmas.
The ones that you know of today for all Mondays that you'll be gone are all on here.
That
On
we
the
have
days that
class.
we're having
Like
a
a sense
circle.
class. We're not meeting for a sense. So yes.
So if we're not meeting,
Can't
we don't
imagine
need to
Yeah.
being
Okay.
Yep. Like
Have a fun trip, but
Yeah.
don't need to know.
Like I have so many opportunities to do fun things with my kids with this schedule.
It's so great.
It is, and
we're
I'm a
finishing
workhorse.
and the
It's
book
not very
and the
glamorous,
summer
but Toby's
I love it because I feel like I'm